All right, welcome everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're going to jump right into it. We're going to start off with updates from the last 24 hours, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the objectives for the weekend. We're coming into the end of the week, and so I want to talk a little bit about weekend activity and some things that are working. So Marcus, we'll start with you. I noticed you've got on here that you've got something lined up with the guy you met from Nigeria. That's good. Um, Perfect. You're going to talk about opening the new markets and you got your 5 on your coins. Good. Did you have any events tonight?
No, that's tomorrow.
Okay, so you have an event tomorrow night.
Yep,
Do you have anybody
advertising.
in the Zoom tonight?
No, I didn't get anyone in the Zoom.
Okay. Okay, safe. Let's see here. Y'all signed up Josh's personal today, the one that I talked to.
Yeah, she was actually just recently released from her job 2 weeks ago, but she wanted to do this anyway. So
Yeah.
she joined as an influencer.
That's good. Lock them in as an influencer. At least they can get notifications. They can see what's going on and then get them to upgrade. I mean, especially if you can get them to start working immediately, you get somebody to sign up as an influencer, they get their two. Now just get them to upgrade, pay the 199 and then next month they won't have a bill, so they'll
Exactly.
I mean, that's always a last resort, but at least you get them in, So you don't want to sign people up that way because obviously, if people aren't adding the membership, then nobody's going to ever get paid or hit rank. So you only want to do that as a last resort, but it's still better than I'll sign up next week when I get paid or when I get a new job or whatever. Um,
And
and
I explained that to her.
and you want to I treat them the same way. It's like what we talked about a few weeks ago. I think Simba had somebody that was gonna sign up or something, and I treat them like they're already in. So if somebody's like, I'm ready to sign up, then get them in at least at a bare minimum as an influencer. Everybody has $20. So lock them in and then start working with them just like they're a full member and have them get some success, have them get some activity under their belt, and then they're locked in and then they'll upgrade and then you've got a member, and you start them off the right way because if your goal is to help them get their two so that they can upgrade and automatically be on free billing as soon as they upgrade and add the membership, then that gives you kind of permission to push them and remind them and to get them to go make calls and to get them started because it's a money issue. So if people are joining and they're telling you, hey, I need to make money, that's like the reins are off. Like you can go wild. I mean, because that person just told you that they need to make money. So there should be no excuses about, obviously she doesn't have a work excuse. So I would be having her meet up for coffee and have her just bring people, camp out at a central location and just have her invite to a coffee shop or a Starbucks or something, and then literally just play the video every time somebody comes in. I did that so many times, starting with new people, getting them started right. We would go meet at a coffee shop that was centrally located, have them go and bring people to the coffee shop and literally don't move around, just stay in one central place and just invite all day. I mean, literally, she could get 4 or 5 sales tomorrow. So I would just have somebody, if you or Josh or whoever signed her up, go camp out with her and just have her invite. If she doesn't have a job, she doesn't have anything to do, no excuses, right? So this is
Right.
sometimes a good opportunity to start somebody off really fast when they need to make money, they're motivated, they don't have anything else to do. So there's no reason why they couldn't go camp out at a Starbucks and just sit there all day and invite, and make it a revolving door. I did that so many times back in World Ventures where I would just go camp out with a new person in a central area that was easy for everybody to get to. And we just literally we would sit at the same table all day and just literally have a revolving door of people coming in to meet with us. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Um, then let's see. You've got is your happy hour event tomorrow night?
No, that's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. So what are you doing tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, I'm meeting with Austin
Okay.
to do calls.
Y'all are going to do calls tomorrow night?
Are
Are
Yes.
y'all going to meet before the Zoom so y'all can invite for the Zoom?
That's the plan.
Okay, cool. Because I'm telling you guys, the last minute invites, I mean, I'm inviting for the Zooms up until like 5 minutes before. I'll literally send a text and I'll send a text, and this is all it says. It says, "What are you doing in 5 minutes?" That's it. That's all I say. And if they say nothing, I say, "Good. Go to this website in 5 minutes. I'm going to follow up with you immediately afterwards. I'm going to meet you there." And that's literally it. Those were some of my best invites ever. And so I'm literally inviting until 5 minutes before. I've invited somebody 3 minutes before. I'm like, "What are you doing in 3 minutes?" Because you know that they're not going to forget. You know that nothing's going to come up. If you say, "What are you doing in 3 minutes?" and the response is nothing, then you know that they can be on. There's no reason for them not to be on. So you could send that same text to 20 or 30 people. Just copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. I mean, this is literally like one of the secret weapons of inviting. The last minute invites are the best ones, because here's what happens. If you invite somebody to a Zoom tomorrow, tonight, then that gives them 24 hours for all hell to break loose in their life. It gives them 24 hours to get in a fight with their spouse. It gives them 24 hours to get in a fight with their kids. It gives them 24 hours to get into a car accident. It gives them 24 hours to have a bad day at work. It gives them 24 hours to sit in traffic all day tomorrow. It's 24 hours to feel like crap. It's 24 hours to be hungover. I mean, anything can happen in 24 hours. And so people are like, "Well, I want to give people advance notice." No, you don't. The longer in advance you invite them, the less likely they are to show up. The closer to the time of where you're inviting them to, you invite them, the less likely it is that they're going to forget or have something happen or have a bad day or whatever. So obviously for a live event, that doesn't work if they've got to commute to get there. But I mean, I'm inviting to my event tomorrow all the way up until a couple hours before, because when people make plans for happy hours, when do they plan it? I mean, people don't plan to go to happy hour like 2 weeks in advance. So it's like, "Hey, you want to go to happy hour on March 16th? They're going to go, "What is March 16th? Is that St. Patrick's Day? Like, why would we go to why wouldn't we go today?" I mean, when people are at work and they're in the office and they're trying to get out, they want to have a drink. That's why it's called happy hour. It's happy hour because you're out of work. It's off work. And so the best time to invite somebody to a happy hour is while you're at work having an unhappy day. That's the whole idea. So, inviting last minute is one of the best things you can do. So doing these, getting together with people on your team at 4 or 5 o'clock and making calls and getting them onto the Zoom, or getting people invited to a happy hour last minute, is some of the best inviting you can do. I mean, that alone, if you just use that, it's one of the best things that I've taught you guys in 30 days. Okay. I promise you, use that.
I will.
All right. It looks like that's really it as far as updates right now. Anybody else have anything positive that you want to share? Any positive activity or updates?
Yeah, I got one, Wes.
Okay, go ahead, bud.
You spoke about the last minute invite. It actually worked for me tonight. I called a guy. Actually, this guy fired me back in 2017. And I'm a Lyft driver. So I met a guy who knew him about a year ago. And he was shocked that I wasn't mad at the guy. So the guy called him tonight at 7:30, asked him what was he doing. At 8 o'clock, he said, "Man, nothing really, Faulkner." And we talked a few minutes, and I got him on. So I got a follow-up meeting with him tomorrow. Because that's why I was late. I got to talking to him after the call, and I said, "Man, I got to go. I'm missing my call."
Yeah,
So
it's all
he
good,
said,
man. It's all good.
I said, "I'll call you back, man. I got a meeting with the owner." And he was like, "The owner of this company?" I said, "Yeah." And I said, "Man, I got to go." He said, "Darryl." I said, "I'll call you back after we get off." He said, "Man, just let's hook up tomorrow." And I said, "Okay." That's why I ended up being late. I got to talking, but the last minute invite did work, and that was pretty cool.
Okay, good. Excellent. And how's it looking for your event tomorrow night in Memphis, Darryl? We talked about you picking people up and driving on.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get. I got to get, like you said, my team is no longer, it's not really a team if I can't activate them get them
Yeah, but
going.
here's the
So,
thing: you're guaranteed to
I'm,
get them there if you pick them up. You know, meet for a drink before,
right.
for food before, pick them up. Like, I mean, you've got a few
Yeah.
personals, so pick them all up. You know, pick the first one up at 5, pick the second one up at 5:30. I mean, just drive around. I mean, you said you were an Uber driver, so just pretend you're Uber
Right.
all of your team to the event.
Yeah. I do my best to pull it off tomorrow because we're gonna have another one. And yeah, that's what I do. I get on this phone call tonight, start arranging some
Just
pickups.
telling them you're picking them up. It's you're chauffeuring them to the meeting VIP style tomorrow. Okay. No
Yeah.
excuses. They got to go. They got to get there. If you don't get them there tomorrow, pretend that they're telling you I quit. Okay? That's how urgent it is that they need to get to that meeting tomorrow night. If they don't go, they're dead.
Right.
So that means that you need to do everything you can to get those people to that event tomorrow night. You got to pick them up.
Okay.
No trying,
Gotcha.
only doing.
Yeah.
Okay? All
All
right.
right.
Anybody else before I just want to share with you a couple of strategy things. We talked obviously about last minute invites. That's huge. But I want to talk about the weekend, some things that have been working and some stuff that's been going on. Anybody else have any updates from the last 24 hours or anything positive that they want to share? Sales, signups, rank ups, anything? Going once, going twice. All right. So let's talk about the weekend. So one of the things that I've been noticing is that our activity declines on Friday and Saturday. And it's funny because we've been doing these Zooms Sunday through Thursday for 8 months, literally since pre-launch. And so we've been doing the Zooms every Sunday through Thursday, except for like holidays and stuff, and when we're on a trip or a conference. And so what I've noticed is people have gotten in this attitude of not working or being active on Friday and Saturday. And the thing is that when you're working with your warm market, the weekends are one of the best times to do launch events, travel parties, grand openings, little get-togethers at people's houses. And that's one of the things that you guys are not doing enough of. And those are like gimmies. Those are layups on Friday and Saturday. There's no football going on right now. Most people don't watch college basketball that much. You're not competing with anything. Here in a few months, you're going to be competing with vacations and the pool and the lake and the beach and all this other stuff. Right now, you're not competing with that. So getting people to have people over and rotating around to different people's houses and doing events on Friday and Saturday. Saturday afternoons were huge for me. I used to do trainings every morning like we do, and I would do a full weekend of activity on Saturday and Sunday. I would do 2 or 3 travel parties on Saturday and 2 or 3 travel parties on Sunday. I would come into Monday with tons of sales. What I'm noticing is that sales slow down on Friday, Saturday because I'm not doing the Zooms. So it's like when the cat's away, the mice play. It's that type of mentality. But just because I'm not doing the Zoom doesn't mean that I'm not working and I'm not recruiting and I'm not networking and doing other things where I can build and recruit. I'm still working on those days. It's just Friday and Saturday night is a conflict year round for sporting events, high school football, college football, games, activities, tournaments, gymnastics. And so we don't do them set on Friday and Saturday every week like we do Sunday through Thursday. But that doesn't mean that you don't work on Friday and Saturday or go network or go to an event or do a travel party, do a launch event, do a grand opening. All of these things are great to do on the weekends. In fact, almost my entire career, I would tell you that probably 50 to 60% at least of my travel parties, grand openings, launch, whatever you want to call them, depending on if the person's brand new or not, was done on the weekends. And we're just not getting that. We're missing the boat on that. In fact, I'm going to talk about that on Saturday as well, because I'm watching the sales come in. So sales slow down Friday, Saturday, explode on Monday because everybody plugs into that Sunday night Zoom. We've had over 100 people the last couple of Sundays, and it's a break from Thursday to Sunday. So it's 2 days of people kind of inviting and planning and strategizing and then getting on the Sunday night Zoom. So what I want to encourage you to do is don't turn your business off on Friday and Saturday. In fact, you need to be dialing it up. All of you should be reporting back to me on Sunday night with sales, rank advancement, work, activity. All of you guys need to be doing travel parties, grand openings, or launches on Saturday. So this Saturday, your assignment is to do at least 2 of those on Saturday, okay? If you can't do them on Saturday for some reason, do them on Sunday. But your assignment tonight is to set them up for the weekend so that you have 2, either if it's a grand opening, if it's their first one, it's a travel party, if they've already done one or if they've already been in the business. But pick somebody's house, do 2 of them. So do 2 different locations. On Saturday, they're better. Sunday is okay, but Saturday is definitely best, okay? So that is your assignment tonight, is to stop turning your business off on Friday and Saturday. I want all of you to have a massive activity report to give me on Sunday when we get back together on the phone. Because like I told you last night, we are not doing this call Thursday and Friday night. So Thursday and Friday, we're off. Saturday morning, you'll be in the regular training. So I'm not going to hear from you until Sunday night. That's why I'm giving you this assignment now so you can set it up. And then all of you better report back on how your travel parties went this weekend when we reconvene on Sunday night. Okay, so that is your assignment. Everybody's got to do it. No excuses. No reason to not do it. Everybody has to do it. We've got to get better at doing activity on the weekends, and you've got to get in the routine of doing this and get your team to do it as well. So that is your assignment. I will not see you until Saturday morning, and then we won't be back in this environment until Sunday night. So if you guys need anything, message me. Several of you have been calling me and using me for 3 ways: Jessica, Safe, Daryl. So you guys keep using me. Those of you that aren't, you're missing out. And so whenever we get back together on Sunday night, I want to hear about your 2 travel parties or launch events that you have this weekend. If you can do them on Friday, great. Just you need to do 2 between now and Sunday. I want to know where it was, whose house it was, how many guests you have, and you need to lead the way. Don't just go to somebody's house and expect them to fill it up. You need to be inviting too. Help fill the room. So you guys need to be inviting too. Don't put all the pressure on the person that it's at their house. Okay? Any questions on anything or anything else? All right, guys. We'll see you back here on Saturday morning. And let me know if you have any questions or need anything on the travel parties, the launch events, and use those last-minute invites to get people onto that Zoom tomorrow night. We also have the event in Dallas. So if you know anybody in DFW, if you can get a guest there, I'll buy their drinks tomorrow night. If you get a guest there. So just let me know if you're sending somebody. It's Gloria's in Firewheel Parkway. It's posted in the Facebook group. So if you need any information on that, just let me know. And you need to RSVP to me and let me know that you're sending somebody so I'm looking out for them so that I can buy their drinks tomorrow night. All right, guys. Have a great night. God bless. We'll see you back here on Saturday morning. Invite for Thursday night. Those Zooms have been great. Another almost 70 people on tonight for Tiffany. And so tomorrow night, we're going to have Denson. He's going to light it up. His team's crushing it. Fastest growing team in the company. So invite. And use that Thursday night Zoom. It's the last one until Sunday.